Welcome to my channel Bookish English. I am Ariel, and today we are going to talk about the moment your brain literally shuts down. Not slowly, instantly. Someone asks you a simple question, and your mind just stops. No words, no sentences, just silence. But here's the strange part. You knew the answer before, and you remember it perfectly after. So what happened in that moment? Your brain didn't forget. It switched modes under pressure. In this video, I will show you exactly why your brain shuts down like this, and how to train it to stay active, clear, and ready when you need to speak. Lesson 1. The moment you freeze. You are sitting in a classroom, relaxed, maybe even a little confident, and suddenly the teacher looks at you and asks a simple question in English. It is not a difficult question. You know it. You studied it. You even spoke the answer clearly when you were alone. But in that moment, everything changes. Your heart starts beating faster, your chest feels tight, and your mind becomes strangely quiet. Too quiet. Inside your head, one voice repeats again and again. Say it. Just say it. You know this, but your mouth does not move. You feel stuck. You feel exposed. You feel like everyone is waiting for you. And the more you try to speak, the more the words run away from you. Now imagine another moment. You are sitting in an interview. The person in front of you smiles and asks a very common question. Can you tell me about yourself? You prepared this answer many times. You practiced it in front of the mirror. You said it smoothly when no one was watching. But now, in front of a real person, your mind starts racing. You try to remember the first sentence, but it feels like it has disappeared. You start speaking, then you stop, then you restart again, and your confidence begins to fall. You feel like you are losing control, and in that moment, it feels like your English has left you. Or maybe it is something even simpler. A phone call. Someone speaks to you in English, and you understand everything clearly. Every word makes sense. You follow the conversation easily. But when it is your turn to reply, there is silence. A long, uncomfortable pause. You search for words, but your brain feels slow. You try to build a sentence, but it breaks before it forms. And after the call ends, something strange happens. Suddenly, all the words come back. You think, I could have said this, I could have said that, but now it is too late. The moment is gone. If this has ever happened to you, then I want you to stop for a second and really listen. This is not a small problem. This is one of the deepest and most painful struggles for English learners, because it is not just about language. It is about how you feel inside. It is about your confidence. It is about how you see yourself. You start asking questions that slowly hurt you. Why do I sound so bad in front of people? Why can I speak alone, but not outside? What is wrong with me? And slowly, without even noticing, you start avoiding speaking. You stay silent. You step back. Even when you know the answer, you choose not to say it. But here is the truth, and I want you to feel this deeply. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not weak. You are not stupid. You are not bad at English. Your brain is not broken. What is happening to you is real, and it has a clear reason. Your brain is reacting to pressure. When you are alone, there is no fear, no judgment, no time pressure, so your brain works freely and your words come naturally. But when you are in front of people, your brain changes its mode. It becomes alert. It becomes careful. It starts thinking about many things at the same time. It thinks about grammar, about words, about mistakes, about what others will think, and all of this happens at once. And because of this, your system becomes overloaded. That is why your mind feels blank. That is why your words disappear. That is why you freeze. You are not forgetting English. Your brain already knows the words. Your brain already understands the sentences, but in that moment, your brain cannot use that knowledge properly. It is like everything is inside you, but the door is suddenly closed and you don't know how to open it. This is why so many learners feel confused. They say, "I know English, but I cannot speak." And that sentence feels very heavy because it makes you feel stuck and powerless. But today, I want to change how you see this problem. You do not have a knowledge problem. You have a performance problem. You do not need more grammar. You do not need more vocabulary lists. You need to train your speaking system in the right way. And once you understand this, something powerful happens. You stop blaming yourself. You stop feeling ashamed. You stop thinking that you are the only one. And you start focusing on the real solution. In the next lesson, I will show you the hidden pressure system that works inside your brain when you try to speak. And once you see it clearly, you will finally understand why this keeps happening to you again and again. Lesson 2. The hidden pressure system. Now let us understand what really happens when pressure enters your English speaking. Many learners think pressure is only one feeling, but pressure has different faces. Sometimes it comes from people watching you. Sometimes it comes from time. Sometimes it comes from a big situation like an interview, a presentation, or a class answer. And when these pressures come together, your brain becomes too busy. It is not because you are weak. It is not because your English is bad. It is because your brain is trying to handle too much at the same time. The first type is social pressure. This is the feeling that people are looking at you, listening to you, and judging your English. Even if they are not judging you, your brain feels that they are. You start thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if they laugh? What if my pronunciation sounds strange? These thoughts make your speaking heavy. You may know the answer, but because people are watching, your brain becomes careful. It stops flowing. It starts checking every word. And when your brain checks too much, your mouth slows down. The second type is time pressure. This happens when you feel you must reply quickly. In real conversations, people do not wait forever. Someone asks you a question, and your mind feels forced to answer fast. You want to speak correctly, but you also want to speak quickly. This creates stress. You search for grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation at the same time. Then one small pause becomes a big fear. You think, I am taking too long, and because of that thought, the pressure becomes even stronger. The third type is performance pressure. This is the pressure you feel when the moment feels important. It can be a job interview. It can be a speaking test. It can be a classroom answer. It can be a video call. In these moments, English feels like a test of your intelligence. You start thinking that one mistake will make you look bad. This is why your brain becomes tense. Instead of focusing on communication, it focuses on protection. It tries to protect you from embarrassment. But in trying to protect you, it often blocks your speaking. Now, all these pressures create something called brain overload. Let me explain this in simple words. When you speak English, your brain is already doing many jobs. It is choosing words. It is building grammar. It is checking pronunciation. It is trying to understand the other person. It is also trying to control fear. That is a lot. When grammar, words, and fear all come together, your brain becomes crowded. And when your brain becomes crowded, your speaking system slows down. There is a simple idea called working memory. Think of working memory like a small table inside your mind. You can put a few things on that table, but not too many. If you put grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, fear, translation, and people's judgment all on that small table, there is no space left. Something falls. Usually, the first thing that falls is your sentence. Then your word disappears. Then your mind feels blank. This is why you may speak well alone, but freeze in front of people. Alone, your mental table is clear. Under pressure, it becomes full. This is also why overthinking kills fluency. When you think too much about grammar, you lose your words. When you think too much about pronunciation, you lose your sentence. When you think too much about what people will think, you lose your confidence. Fluency needs space. Your brain needs some calm space to speak. But pressure fills that space with fear and checking. That is why your English feels smaller in public than it feels alone. So what should you understand from this? You are not failing because you do not know English. You are struggling because pressure is stealing your mental space. Your brain is busy with too many things at once. That is why the solution is not only more vocabulary. The solution is learning how to reduce pressure, simplify speaking, and train your brain to respond calmly. From now on, when your brain stops under pressure, do not say, "My English is bad." Say, "My brain is overloaded right now." This one sentence can protect your confidence. It changes the meaning of the moment. You are not broken. You are overloaded. And overload can be trained. Overload can be reduced. Overload can be managed. In the next lesson, we will go even deeper. You will understand why your brain suddenly shuts down and goes into freeze mode when English pressure becomes too strong. Once you understand that, you will stop fearing the blank moment, because you will finally know what is happening inside you. Lesson 3: Why your brain shuts down. Now let us go deeper into what really happens inside you in that moment when your mind goes blank. Because once you understand this clearly, something powerful changes. You stop being afraid of the moment, and you start understanding it. And when you understand it, you can control it. So let me explain this in a very simple way. Your brain has a natural system to protect you. This system is called fight, flight, and freeze. You do not need to remember big scientific words. Just understand the idea. When your brain feels danger, it reacts in one of three ways. It either fights, it runs away, or it freezes. Now think about your English speaking situation. You are not in real danger. Nobody is attacking you. But your brain does not always understand that. When you stand in front of people, when you feel judged, when the moment feels important, your brain starts to think. This is dangerous. Not physically dangerous, but emotionally dangerous. It thinks, I might be embarrassed. I might fail. People might judge me. And because of this, your brain activates that same system. But in English speaking, you do not fight. You do not run away. Most of the time, you freeze. This freeze mode is exactly what you feel when your mind becomes empty. You stand there, you know something, but you cannot say it. Your thoughts become slow. Your body feels heavy. Your voice feels stuck. You want to speak, but something is blocking you. That is freeze mode. It is not random. It is your brain trying to protect you by stopping you. It thinks, if I don't move, if I don't speak, I will be safe. But in reality, it is stopping you from expressing yourself. Now here is the most important part. When your brain goes into this mode, it changes how it uses energy. Your brain has limited energy, and it uses that energy based on priority. When it feels calm, it uses energy for thinking, speaking, and communicating. But when it feels danger, it shifts that energy to survival. It becomes focused on protection, not communication. That is why, in that moment, your brain is not helping you speak. It is trying to protect you from a situation it believes is risky. This is why you feel brain fog. This is why your words disappear. This is why even simple sentences feel difficult. It is not because you forgot English. It is because your brain is busy doing something else. It is busy protecting you. And because of that, your speaking system does not get the energy it needs. So your mind feels empty, even when it is not. Well, think about something very important. When you are alone, this does not happen. Why? Because there is no danger. There is no pressure. Your brain stays in calm mode. It uses its energy for speaking, and everything flows. But when you are in front of people, the situation changes. Your brain reads the situation differently, and your whole system changes with it. This is why so many learners feel confused. They say, I can speak alone, but I cannot speak in front of people. Now you know the reason. It is not your English. It is your brain state. Calm brain, smooth speaking, pressure brain, blocked speaking. This is the difference. And this is also why pushing yourself too hard in that moment does not work. When you try to force words out, your brain becomes even more tense. It feels more pressure. The freeze becomes stronger. That is why the more you try to fight it, the more stuck you feel. Because you are trying to speak while your brain is still in survival mode. So what should you understand from this? When your mind goes blank, Do not panic. Do not say, I forgot everything. Say, my brain is in freeze mode right now. This one sentence changes your reaction. It removes fear. It gives you clarity. You start to see the moment differently. You are not failing. You are reacting. And reactions can be trained. In the next lesson, I will show you something very important that makes this problem even stronger. It is not just your brain. It is also your thoughts. Your thinking pattern can either make you freeze more or help you stay calm. And once you understand that, you will learn how to break this cycle completely. Lesson 4: The Overthinking Trap. Now we are going to talk about the hidden part of pressure. This part is not outside you. It is inside your mind. Many learners think the problem is only English, but sometimes the real problem is the story they tell themselves before they speak. A teacher asks one simple question, and your mind says, I will make a mistake. A friend starts speaking English, and your mind says, I will sound stupid. An interviewer asks you to introduce yourself, and your mind says, if I fail here, everything is finished. These thoughts come quickly, and they feel real, but they are not always true. They are mental traps. They make the speaking moment bigger, heavier, and scarier than it really is. Let me explain this with a very simple model. We can call it the ABC model. A means the situation. B means your belief or thought about the situation. C means your reaction. For example, A is this. Your teacher asks you a question in English. B is this. You think everyone will laugh if I make a mistake. C is this: your heart beats fast, your mind goes blank, and you stay silent. Now, look carefully. The teacher's question did not directly freeze you. Your thought about the question created fear, and that fear blocked your speaking. This is very important. The situation is not always the real enemy. The thought you attach to the situation can become the real enemy. Another example is a job interview. A is the interviewer saying, tell me about yourself. B is your thought, my English must be perfect. C is your reaction. You panic. You forget your first sentence, and your confidence drops. But what if B changes? What if your thought becomes, I only need to communicate clearly. I can use simple English. Then, C also changes. Your body feels calmer. Your mind has more space. Your words come more easily. This is why your thoughts matter so much. Your thought can either open the door to speaking or close it. One of the biggest mental traps is catastrophizing. This means your mind jumps to the worst possible story. You make one small mistake, and your mind says, now everyone thinks my English is bad. You pause for 2 seconds, and your mind says, I look foolish. You forget one word, and your mind says, I will never become fluent. This is not truth. This is fear making a movie inside your head. And when your brain believes that movie, it reacts as if the danger is real. That is when pressure becomes stronger. That is when your freeze mode starts. Self-doubt is another trap. It sounds quiet, but it is powerful. It says, I am not good enough. Other people speak better than me. My accent is bad. I should not speak until I am perfect. These thoughts slowly steal your voice. They make you wait. They make you hide. But English speaking does not grow in hiding. It grows in use. It grows when you speak with simple words, make small mistakes, and continue anyway. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes because you speak again and again. So here is the real change. Before you speak, do not ask, "What if I fail?" Ask, "What is the simple message I want to share?" Do not ask, "Will my grammar be perfect?" Night wheel. Ask, "Can the other person understand me?" Do not ask, "Will people judge me?" Ask, "Can I take one small step?" These better questions calm your mind. They bring your focus back to communication. They make English feel possible again. Your thoughts control your speaking more than you think. If your thought is full of fear, your body becomes tense. If your body becomes tense, your brain becomes overloaded. If your brain becomes overloaded, your words disappear. But if your thought becomes simple and supportive, your body relaxes, your brain gets space, and your speaking improves. This is not magic. This is training your mind to support your voice. In the next lesson, I will show you how to control your body first. Because sometimes your mind cannot calm down until your body calms down. You will learn simple tools to reduce pressure before and during speaking, so your brain can stay clear and your English can come out with more confidence. Lesson 5. Control your body first. Now we are going to learn something very practical. When pressure comes, your body often reacts before your mind can think clearly. Your heart starts beating faster. Your breathing becomes short. Your shoulders become tight. Your face becomes serious. Your voice becomes weak. And then you say, "My brain stopped." But many times, your brain stops because your body is already in stress mode. So before you try to force English out of your mouth, you must first calm your body. A calm body gives your brain space. A calm brain gives your words a better chance to come out. Think about a simple moment. Someone asks you a question in English. Before you even answer, your body reacts. Your chest becomes tight. Your breathing becomes fast. Your mouth feels dry. At that time, if you push yourself too hard and say, "Speak fast, speak fast, speak fast," you make the pressure worse. Instead, you need to pause for one small second and bring your body back under control. This does not mean you stop the conversation. It means you take control of your speaking state. You can breathe slowly. You can relax your shoulders. You can smile a little. You can speak your first sentence slowly. These small actions look simple, but they are powerful because they tell your brain, "I am safe. I can speak." The first tool is slow breathing. When you feel pressure, take one slow breath before speaking. You do not need to make it dramatic. Just breathe in gently and breathe out slowly. This small breath gives your brain time. It reduces panic. It breaks the freeze moment. For example, if someone asks, "Can you tell me about your day?" do not rush. Take a soft breath and say, "Yes, today was a busy day." That first calm sentence is very important. It opens the door. After that, your second sentence becomes easier. The second tool is the smile trick. A small smile relaxes your face and your voice. It also changes how you feel inside. When you smile slightly, your body becomes less tense. Your voice sounds warmer. Your speaking becomes more natural. You do not need to laugh. You do not need to smile too much. Just keep a small, calm smile. It tells your brain that this moment is not dangerous. It also makes the listener feel more comfortable, and when the listener feels comfortable, you feel safer too. The third tool is relaxing your shoulders. Many English learners carry pressure in their shoulders and neck. When the shoulders are tight, the voice becomes tight too. Before speaking, gently drop your shoulders. Keep your body open. Do not close yourself. Do not hide your chest. Stand or sit like someone who is ready to communicate. Body language affects speaking more than many learners realize. If your body looks scared, your brain feels scared. If your body looks calm, your brain starts to feel calmer. Now let us add one powerful psychological idea. The feeling you call nervousness is often the same energy as excitement. When your heart beats fast before speaking, your brain says, "I am nervous." But you can train yourself to say, "I am excited to speak." The body feeling is similar, but the meaning changes. Nervousness makes you pull back. Excitement makes you move forward. So before an interview, before a class answer, before a phone call, say quietly, "This is energy. I am excited to speak." This one line can change your reaction. Now use this in real situations. If you are in class and the teacher asks you a question, breathe first, smile a little, relax your shoulders, and start with a simple sentence. Say, "I think the answer is here," or "in my opinion." If you are in an interview and your brain starts racing, do not fight your body. Take a slow breath and say, "Thank you for the question. Let me explain." This gives you time and control. If you are on a phone call, slow down your first sentence. Say, "Yes, I understand." Then continue. The first calm sentence can save the whole conversation. And remember, calming your body does not mean your English becomes perfect immediately. It means your brain gets a better environment to work. Your words need space. Your memory needs calm. Your speaking needs breath. If your body is in panic, your English becomes smaller. If your body is calm, your English becomes more available. So from today, before every English-speaking moment, use this simple physical reset. Breathe slowly. Smile slightly. Relax your shoulders. Say one simple sentence. Do not rush. Do not attack the conversation. Enter it calmly. This is how you teach your body that English is not danger. English is communication. But calming your body is only the first part. In the next lesson, I will show you how to train your speaking system itself, because a calm body helps you speak, but daily speaking training makes your words come faster, clearer, and stronger. Lesson 6. Train your speaking system. Now, we come to the most important part of your transformation. This is your biggest advantage, and this is where most learners fail without even realizing it. You already understand English. You already know many words. You already know basic grammar, but your speaking is still weak under pressure. Why? Because you trained your brain to understand, but you did not train your mouth to speak. Speaking is not only a mental skill. Speaking is a physical skill. Your tongue, your lips, your voice, and your breathing all work together. If you do not train them, they will not respond quickly when you need them. Let me say this very clearly. You cannot become a fluent speaker by only reading, listening, or watching. These things help you understand, but they do not train your speaking system. Speaking improves when you speak, and not just sometimes. You must speak regularly, even when you feel uncomfortable, even when you make mistakes, even when your sentences are simple, because every time you speak, you are training your mouth. You are building muscle memory. You are teaching your brain and your body to work together. Think about a simple example. When you first learned to write, your hand was slow. You had to think about every letter. But after practice, your hand became fast. You did not think about each letter anymore. It became natural. Speaking English works in the same way. At first, you think about every word, every grammar rule, every sound. That is why you feel slow and stuck. But when you practice speaking again and again, your mouth starts to remember patterns. Your brain starts to send signals faster, and your speaking becomes smoother. Now let me show you how to train your speaking system in a simple way. Start with very easy sentences. Do not try to speak big, complex sentences at the beginning. Use simple structures. Speak about your day. Speak about what you see. Speak about what you feel. For example, you can say, "Today I woke up early. I had breakfast. I went outside." These are simple sentences, but they are powerful because you are using them actively. The goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to keep speaking. Now we add something very powerful: slow speaking practice. When you speak slowly, your brain gets time to connect words and sounds. Your mouth learns the movement. Your confidence increases. So sometimes, practice like this: I am learning English every day. Say each word clearly. Feel the movement of your tongue. Do not rush. This slow practice may feel strange, but it builds strong control. Later, when you speak at normal speed, your sentences will come out more clearly. Another powerful method is shadowing. Listen to a short sentence from a native speaker and repeat it immediately. Not only the words, but also the emotion, the tone, and the rhythm. For example, you hear, "I really enjoyed this movie." Then you repeat, "I really enjoyed this movie." Try to copy the feeling. This trains your mouth and your ears together. It builds natural speaking patterns. Do this daily for a few minutes, and you will feel a big difference. Now remember something very important. Your mouth needs repetition. 1 time is not enough. 2 times is not enough. You must repeat sentences again and again. When you repeat, your brain becomes faster, your mouth becomes stronger, your speaking becomes automatic. This is how muscle memory works. It is not magic, it is training. Also, do not wait for perfect grammar before speaking. Many learners think, "I will speak when I am perfect." But perfection never comes first. Practice comes first. Speak with what you know. Use simple words. Use short sentences. Build confidence step by step. When you speak, your mistakes will teach you. When you stay silent, you learn nothing. So from today, change your focus. Do not only learn English, train your speaking system. Speak daily, speak simply, speak slowly sometimes. Repeat sentences. Use your voice, use your mouth, use your energy. This is how you turn knowledge into real speaking ability. And remember this powerful truth. You are not silent because you do not know English. You are silent because your speaking system is not trained enough yet. But the good news is this: you can train it. You can build it. You can improve it every single day. In the next lesson, I will show you how to build fast word recall so your words come quickly when you need them, and you never feel stuck in the middle of a sentence again. Lesson 7. Build fast word recall. Now we come to one of the most painful problems for English learners. You are speaking, you start your sentence, and suddenly, one word disappears. It is a simple word. You know it. You have seen it many times. But in that moment, it is gone. Your sentence breaks. Your confidence drops. You stop speaking. This is the moment where many learners feel the most frustrated. They say, "Why do I forget words when I speak?" But the truth is, you are not really forgetting. The word is inside your brain, but you cannot access it fast enough. Let me explain this clearly. There are two types of vocabulary in your brain. The first is passive vocabulary. These are the words you understand when you read or listen. The second is active vocabulary. These are the words you can use when you speak. Most learners have a lot of passive vocabulary, but very little active vocabulary. That is why you can understand English easily, but when you speak, your mind feels empty. The words are there, but they are not trained for fast use. So what is the solution? You must convert passive vocabulary into active vocabulary. And you do this by using words again and again in speaking. Not just reading them, not just writing them, but speaking them out loud in different sentences. This is how your brain learns to access words quickly. Let me show you a simple method. Pick one word, just one. For example, the word happy. Now speak 5 sentences using that word. Say, "I feel happy today." Then say, "I am happy to learn English." Then say, "This music makes me happy." Then say, "I was happy yesterday." Then say, "I want to be happy in my life." When you do this, your brain builds connections. The word becomes stronger. It becomes faster. It becomes ready for real conversation. Now we add something more powerful: variation. Do not use the word in the same way every time. Change the tense. Change the situation. Change the meaning slightly. For example, take the word go. You can say, "I go to school every day." Then say, "I went to the market yesterday." Then say, "I will go tomorrow." Then say, "I want to go now." This variation trains your brain to use the same word in different situations. This makes your speaking flexible. But what if you forget a word in the middle of speaking? This is very important. Do not stop. Do not panic. Use simple words instead. This is called paraphrasing. For example, if you forget the word delicious, say very tasty. If you forget huge, say very big. If you forget umbrella, say something we use when it rains. Communication is more important than perfect vocabulary. The goal is to continue speaking, not to find the perfect word. Another powerful trick is the opposite method. If you cannot remember a word, think of its opposite. For example, if you forget expensive, you can say not cheap. If you forget difficult, you can say not easy. This helps you keep your sentence alive. It keeps your conversation moving. And when you keep speaking, your confidence grows. Also, train your brain to respond quickly by practicing small speaking drills. Ask yourself simple questions and answer them immediately. For example, what did I eat today? Answer quickly. What will I do tomorrow? Answer quickly. Do not wait too long. Do not try to be perfect. Speed comes with practice. The more you practice, the faster your brain becomes. And remember this: clarity is more important than speed. Speak clearly first, then increase your speed slowly. If you speak too fast without control, you will make more mistakes and feel more pressure. But if you speak clearly, your brain stays calm and your words come more naturally. So from today, train your word recall daily. Pick simple words. Speak multiple sentences. Use variation. Use simple replacements when needed. Keep speaking, even when you feel stuck. Because every time you continue, you are training your brain to stay active instead of freezing. And always remember this powerful truth: you do not need big vocabulary to speak confidently. You need active vocabulary. You need trained vocabulary. You need words that come when you need them. In the next lesson, I will give you a complete daily routine, a simple system that you can follow every day for just a few minutes. And it will slowly change how your brain responds under pressure and how your English flows in real life. Lesson 8: Your Daily Speaking System. Now we reach the final lesson, and this is the moment where everything comes together. You have understood the pain. You have understood why your brain stops under pressure. You have learned about overload, fear, overthinking, and the freeze response. You have learned how to calm your body, how to train your speaking system, and how to build fast word recall. Now the question is simple: how do you use all of this in your daily life? Because understanding is powerful, but practice is what changes you. So today, I am going to give you a complete system, a simple, practical, daily routine that you can follow every day. It does not need hours. It does not need special tools. It only needs your voice, your consistency, and your decision to improve. This is your 15-minute English speaking system. If you follow this daily, you will slowly break the fear, train your brain, and build real speaking confidence. Let us begin with the first part. The first 5 minutes are foreshadowing. This is where you train your ears and your mouth together. You listen to a short sentence from a native speaker, and you repeat it immediately. But you do not repeat it fast. You start slow, very slow. You feel every word. You train your tongue. For example, you hear a sentence like, "I am learning English every day," and you repeat it like this: "I am learning English every day." You take your time. You let your mouth move correctly. You copy the tone and the emotion. Then you repeat it again at a normal speed. I am learning English every day. This slow to normal method builds control and confidence. Do this with 3 to 5 sentences every day, and your speaking will become smoother. Now we move to the second part. The next 5 minutes are for speaking. This is where you use your own words. You do not read. You do not copy. You speak freely. Choose a simple topic. Talk about your day. Talk about what you did yesterday. Talk about your plans for tomorrow. Keep your sentences simple. Do not try to be perfect. For example, you can say, "Today, I woke up early. I had breakfast. I went outside." Start slowly if you need to. Then try to speak at a natural speed. The goal is not perfection. The goal is flow. The more you speak, the more your brain learns to respond without fear. Now comes the third part. The final 5 minutes are for recall training. This is where you activate your vocabulary. Choose 1 or 2 words and use them in different sentences. For example, take the word happy. Say, "I feel happy today." Then say, "I was happy yesterday." Then say, "I want to be happy." Speak slowly at first if needed. Then increase your speed. You are teaching your brain to access words quickly. You are turning passive words into active words. This is where your speaking becomes powerful. Now let us talk about your progress. Many learners ask, how long will it take? The answer is simple. If you follow this system daily, you will feel changes very soon. In 7 days, you will feel more control. You will not panic as much. Your body will become calmer when you speak. In 15 days, your recall will become faster. Words will come more easily. Your pauses will become shorter. In 30 days, you will see a real difference. Your confidence will grow. Your sentences will become smoother. You will not feel the same fear you felt before. You will still make mistakes, but you will not stop speaking, and that is real progress. Now I want to give you something even more important than technique. This is your identity shift. Stop saying, "I am an English learner." Start saying, "I am a speaker in training." This small change is very powerful. Learners wait. Speakers act. Learners think too much. Speakers try again. Learners fear mistakes. Speakers use mistakes to grow. You are not here to study English forever. You are here to use English in your real life. And remember this clearly. You are not silent because you are weak. You are silent because your system is not trained yet. But now, you have a system. Now you have a method. Now you know what to do every single day. So there is no confusion anymore. There is only action. I want you to feel this deeply. You are not alone in this journey. Every learner goes through this stage. Every speaker you admire once felt the same fear, the same blank mind, the same pressure. The only difference is, they did not stop. They kept training. They kept speaking. And slowly their brain learned to stay calm, their words learned to come faster, and their voice became stronger. So now, it is your turn. Follow this routine daily. Speak even when you feel uncomfortable. Use simple words. Build your system step by step. And most importantly, do not quit when your mind feels blank. That blank moment is not failure. It is training. And here is my final message for you. Do not watch this video once and forget it. Come back to it. Watch it again. Practice with it. Use it as your daily guide. Let it train your mind, your body, and your voice. Because if you watch this video daily and follow the system, you will not stay the same person. You will become someone who speaks, someone who expresses, someone who is confident. Keep going, keep speaking, and I will see you again when you come back to practice. Now you understand the truth. Your brain is not broken. It was never trained for pressure. But now you know how to train it. Use the system, speak daily. Stay consistent. Don't run from the blank moment, face it. Train it, and win it. Come back to this video and practice with it again. This is how real change happens. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you soon in the next video.